Alright guys, so we have some interesting news for Global Dokkan. This was leaked by one of the French data miners, Kawaii, that AGL TAPION and Int Super Saiyan 3 BARDOCK are coming for the 1,000 days. It's covered up a little bit by the fluff achievement hide button, but you guys can clearly see it there. Now, what he's showing here, it's just a bunch of numbers and stuff, but what it's showing is missions that will go active, I believe, tonight on Global regarding the 1,000-day celebration. Now, the missions will go active in the database. I don't think Global is going to be getting AGL Tapion and Super Saiyan 3 Bardock tonight because these events are always teased ahead of time. But like very clearly, it does appear as though they are both minimum coming in April. Looking at the way these dates are, start at 3:31, end at 4:09 though. I don't know, that does lead me to believe it would have to be very, very soon. So we're going to take a look today at all of the info about Super Saiyan 3 Bardock and Tapion and Tapion's Dokkan Fest. Now the only thing though is I do want to mention as well, Global is doing the same thing that both versions are guilty of this, where they dump an avalanche of content at once, and then it's dead for weeks. They gotta stop with that shit. Like, that's the type of shit that really pisses people off. You slowly release new content. Like, there should be an update every week. Like, they shouldn't go weeks with nothing. Like, Global hasn't really had this. I know Global players will say, well, Global's had nothing to do. Trust me, like, I follow both versions very actively. JP has had 2 month-long periods with nothing. Global has not had that recently. So this does give me concern for Global as well, because we're sitting here on the 30th of March. If they drop the Tapion banner, which should have LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku on it, by the way, if they drop the Bardock banner, which will have Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, they're going to have the Tapion Dokkan event plus the Bardock Super Saiyan 3 Dokkan event. Plus, we do expect LR Bojack should be coming as well fairly soon. There's not a lot of content left for them to release between now and the 3-year anniversary in July. In terms of major content, the only one that would be there is Tech Vegito Blue and SCR Rose Goku Black. Because, supposedly Broly's Extreme Z Awakening is coming as well. Like, there's just way too much content stuffed in this short period of time. So I think they are going to, somehow be, spreading this out a little bit here. Because unless Global is actually really going to catch up, which I guess is best case scenario, that would be very good if they did decide to do that early, then there's going to be a lot of just dead time on Global upcoming, which none of us want. I suppose they could release Ultra Instinct Goku's Dokkan Awakening in June before the 3-year anniversary. I still don't know. I feel like they want to save the transformation mechanic for the 3-year anniversary cards, because they, for whatever reason, they have this giant hard-on about keeping the dates intact for these anniversaries and keeping the mechanics and things that are introduced with these anniversaries, making sure that they are introduced in that format, right? Like, that's why Ultra Instinct Goku isn't on Global, is because of the transformation mechanic which he carries, which was introduced into the game with LR Super Gogeta and LR Super Vegito. Honestly, that's the only reason Ultra Instinct Goku is not Dokkan Awaken on Global yet. So we'll see. Going down, I just want to point out the comments that Kawaii made, proving what I was saying, that these are the missions. He does also mention down here. Yeah, okay, so these are missions which will begin in a few hours. These missions include completing a Dokkan event. And so restrictions in terms of levels, we could see each Dokkan event, and among them, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock and Tapion's events. It was how SCR Ultimate Gohan release was leaked back in December. Now, Kawaii mentions SCR Ultimate Gohan, but if you guys remember, also, this is how we knew Int Gogeta and SCR Janemba were coming in November. So this has happened before. So this, I believe all this info that Kawhi's put in here. There was another comment. Someone mentioned that this could just be them putting, the data into the game. And he said they don't add event ID if it isn't useful. They didn't copy the JP mission because there were Rose and Vegito Blue events. So, interesting. And then Kawhi thinks that between 331 and 49 is when he would say that the banners are coming. Dual Dokkan Fest, I don't know. And then tickets for the 1,000-day banner, I don't know. See, like, there's just a lot coming. Like, the 1,000-day ticket banner is already going to be a Dokkan Fest banner. We might get LR Bojack, the double rights banner with Tapion as well. Like, there's going to be a lot of shit here. So, let's take a look at Super Saiyan 3 Bardock first, because he probably is, like, the premium unit to come with all of this shit. Like, even including, like, LR Bojack, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, all the Tapions, and Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. Super Saiyan 3 Bardock is, like, the easiest to obtain, like, of the LRs. Like, obviously, like, if we just directly compare Super Saiyan 3 Bardock to LR Bojack and LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, LR Bojack and Super Saiyan 3 Goku are better than Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. But, you know, they're on difficult to obtain LR banners, whereas Bardock is just on your typical Dokkan Fest banner. Now, this banner wasn't too bad, because you had Angel Golden Frieza on JP. This was the first time he had returned. And you also had Angel Tech Goku. Obviously, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Rage Trunks, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and Int Janemba are old units who you don't really want to pull. I remember I did have pretty good luck on this banner. I think I got Bardock in about 250 stones. And I pulled my first ever Angel Tech Goku on this banner as well. So it did treat me very, very well. Here's the thing. If you have Super Saiyan 3 units like the Extreme Z-Awaken AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku, then I do think it could be worth it to summon on this banner. Bardock is one of the most underrated units in the game. No one really talks about him because he's only been on one banner, which was in JP. This was December 1st is when this banner showed up. He hasn't been on a second banner, so really no one uses him anymore. But the Super Saiyan 3 team is definitely one of the most fun teams in the game because it's one of the fastest teams, one of the most cohesive teams, and just flat out one of the strongest teams because it gets a 170% attack buff across the board from leader skill. So Bardock is a solid banner. Do you want to summon on it? I would say maybe for free-to-play players, with hindsight in mind, saving for Tech Vegito Blue or SCR Rose Goku Black is still probably the best bang for your buck. Honestly, if you're free to play, I think the best value for your stone would be summoning on Tech Vegito Blue and SCR Rose, even over LR Vegito and LR Gogeta, because LR Vegito and Gogeta, those banners have extra units, and they have kind of filler new units as well, the Goku and Vegeta, like the Saiyan Saga Goku and Vegeta, and then the Majin Buu Saga, Super Saiyan 2 Goku Angel, and SCR Majin Vegeta card. Those are filler cards that aren't really that useful compared to big Dokkan Fest units, which are on Rose Goku Black and Tech Vegito Blue's banners. So I still would recommend for free-to-play players to go for Tech Vegito Blue or SCR Rose Goku Black. Now, obviously, with Bardock comes his Dokkan event. Obviously, this is the key to where we think he is going to be coming in the game. Universe's Most Malevolent is the link that is extra strong against him. So basically all Frieza race cards. The SR Super Saiyan Bardock will get a Dokkan Awakening along with these medals to an AGL Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. His leader skill is not that bad, by the way. Super Saiyan 3 category, Ki +2, HP attack and defense 40%. Like, he's actually a pretty solid free-to-play leader. You know, you could run this guy with a friend in Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, and you'd be good to go. So, that is pretty cool. You could kind of bring this guy with you as well. Moving on, we have, obviously, the Int Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, who is absolutely nuts. Super Saiyan 3 category, Ki 3, HP 130%, attack and defense 170%. He does immense damage, medium chance to seal, and he gets attack and defense 100% when performing a super attack, which means the buff is stronger because links and support passives are factored in. And when his HP is 70% or below, all super type allies will get a buff of 40%. Plus, he's one of the few units in the game to have Over in a Flash and Prepare for Battle, making him a very, very, very good unit on like the Tech Vegito Blue team, as well as even Super Int. And even on the Revived Warrior team, he does fit quite well. So he just overall is a good unit, like basically without weakness. Like he covers every single base you possibly want. The only downside to him is that because he gets his defensive buff, when performing a super attack. If he's hit before he attacks, his defensive buff will not be applied to him. That's the only downside to his unit whatsoever. All right, so moving on, we have TAPION and Hirudegarn's banner. Now, this is a double rates banner. I have to mention here, this banner is very bad. Like, a lot of these units aren't really going to help you out. Kid Icarus, Gohan, Bojack, Super Android 13. Like, in case you guys didn't notice, these are all movie characters. Even the Android 18s from the Bio Broly movie. Tech Cooler. We have the Super Saiyan Goku from the Cooler movie. Like, you guys get the point. This is one of the worst banners I've ever done on, because this is a double rates banner where SSRs have a 20% pull rate, and it took me 3,600 stones to get AGL TAPION on a double rates banner. So always be aware that that shit can happen to you. Now, the other thing as well is alongside the TAPIONs come this bad boy right here, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. This is his debut banner. Now, in the posts on the Dokkan subreddit and on Twitter, Kawhi is only mentioning that all he could see is the Dokkan Fest event, right? So there is actually a Dokkan Fest event that comes with TAPION. Remember, TAPION is not a Dokkan Fest exclusive. He is like Mass Saiyan. Mass Saiyan and TAPION are the same thing, where they aren't Dokkan Fest units, but they do have a Dokkan Fest event. And the event is Hirudegarn. You can fight him to get his Hirudegarn medals. And in the first stage, there's also a farmable physical TAPION, which you can use to farm up the SA of the Tech TAPION right here. In my opinion, Tech TAPION is probably the best of the three TAPIONs. But you cannot farm the AGL TAPION, the main one, because Hirudegarn is in his name. So this physical farmable TAPION is here just to farm up the Tech TAPION. So, would I summon on this banner? No, absolutely not. If you're free to play, do not touch this banner. It will be double rates. I don't think, when this was on JP, this was a Christmas banner, so we got 2 Santa Roshis per multi. I do not think that will be the case, because this is not a Christmas banner. This happened last year, where the Majube and Super Saiyan GT Kid Goku, double rates banner on JP was I think it was 1 Santa Roshi per multi. And on Global, when that banner came out, you did not get the Santa Roshi per multi, obviously, because on Global, that banner came out in like March or April or something like that. So do not expect any Elder Kais or anything. This will just be a double rates banner. The physical TAPION's not too bad. I never did a video on him, which is so weird. I must have been busy or something. I'll probably do a video on him when it comes closer to his release time. He's okay, I guess. He might have some use somewhere. Obviously, we will have the Hirudegarn Dokkan event, of course. Talked about that. Tech TAPION, I just did a video 100%ing him. If you guys want to check that out, Tech TAPION is an absolute beast. Attack and defense 80%. Medium chance that he'll perform a crit, which is about 30%. And he changes SCR key orbs to rainbow key orbs. And he links incredibly well with the Super Saiyan 3 Gokus, both Tech Angel Goku as well as LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And he has basically Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' leader skill, which will be useful for Dokkan Battlefield. So a lot of pluses with Tech TAPION. And then AGL TAPION is a little bit more underwhelming. The Giant category will be coming to Global alongside him. One of the worst categories in the game. I mean, there's not really much to say besides it's pure dog shit. I mean, like, plus, it's also not fun transforming into Great Apes every single turn. You don't take damage, but you're also going to take 35 minutes to beat every Dokkan Fest. Just not fun. Because potential system buffs are not applied to the Giant characters. So, like, there's no crits, no additionals, none of that. You're just slowly plodding through the event. So he is a 150% leader, and he does allow units to get an additional chance to, like, an additional time to turn Giant. So, like, part of TAPION's passive is once he can become Hirudegarn, but on his leader skill, he can actually go Hirudegarn 3 times, because both leaders have an additional chance to turn Giant. so he can go Harudegarn 3 times under his own double category leader like that. He does immense, which is nice, lowers attack. Damage received minus 50%, which is good. And then when HP is 50% or below, he gets attack 150%, defense 50%, and then only one time he becomes Harudegarn. So whenever HP is 50% or below, Tapion does become quite powerful, but obviously that's very, very situational. The buff, I believe the 150% buff and 50% defensive buff does apply to Harudegarn because Harudegarn hits ridiculously hard. Now, one thing I do want to point out too, Tapion is very bad on Super AGL in terms of transforming into Harudegarn because, yeah, it's explained right here. I'm pretty sure I was one of the first people that realized this when I was trying Tapion on Super Battle Road, but Tapion is a Super AGL type. So I want to bring up Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta real quick, just so I can kind of show you guys his leader skill as I talk about this. So Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta gives Super AGL types Key 3, HP attack and defense 120%, and then Extreme type AGL units 1 key, HP attack and defense 50%. So Tapion is a Super AGL type, but when he transforms into Harudegarn, he goes from Super AGL into Extreme AGL. So what that means is if you're on a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta team, Harudegarn will pop up with only 2 key, meaning you will need 10 key to super attack, which really, really kills the viability of Harudegarn in my opinion, and makes AGL Tapion just kind of a very meh unit. Even his rainbow stats are not crazy. Yeah, I prefer the Tech Tapion. And then last thing, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We don't have confirmation he's coming to Global, but I would presume he will remain on banner alongside Tapion because obviously they're all from the same movie. Harudegarn, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, all the Tapion cards, they come from the same movie. Also, I should mention, let me also bring this up. I forgot, I apologize. Look at me. I forgot to bring something up. There is a story event. Yeah, see, that's funny. The Raditz story event is coming to Global as well, and they're going to get this. Bro, I don't know. It's too much. Like, the Raditz event, the Tapion story event, the Harudegarn Dokkan event, the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock Dokkan event, LR Bojack, like, all of that's coming in, like, a week span. That's, like, that's crazy. And it's going to be Global Dokkan Christmas. But this Tapion story event arrives, which is important. There is a farmable int Great Saiyaman Gohan. He's a solid free-to-play unit. I think I never did a video on him either. I probably will once he comes close to release on Global. There also is another Great Saiyaman 2, this Videl, that you can get. I'll do a video on her as well once we get closer to their release. And you can farm up the Tapion Whistle right here, which is important for the Harudegarn boss event because it will make it so that Harudegarn can't dodge at his normal ridiculous rate. So, this story event and the Dokkan event both drop at the same time. And then LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku is the hardest hitter in the game. 180% attack on his 18-key super, and his defense does go down by 70%, but at the start of turn he gets 120%. So it's wonky, but he is the hardest hitter in the game, bar none. No unit even approaches his level of power. But again, he is an unfeatured LR, and I see no chance ever that they're going to make this guy featured on Global, at least not yet. Like, in like a year's time or something, this guy could be featured on a banner. But right now, no way. He's too broken. Because he does 2 million damage flat without a crit or anything, no dupes. Like, he's just absolutely insane. He's the #1 unit in the game. Like, 19,000 attack at the free dupe level. Like, stop it. just stop. He's very good. But, alright guys, so that covers everything that might be coming to Global Dokkan very, very soon. So get excited, because there's not going to be a dead period coming up soon. Maybe we'll see what happens in May. But as of right now, if all of this stuff really does drop, like in these next 2 weeks, I think the majority of May for Global won't have anything going on. And then probably what will happen is Tech Vegito Blue and SCR Rose Goku Black will come at the end of May. I think that is probably a safe bet. And then maybe we'll see Ultra Instinct Goku at the end of June on Global, but I just feel as though they'll probably stick to the transformation mechanic with LR Super Vegito and Super Gogeta, because that's what Akatsuki's like to do with Global. But hey, there's also a small chance Global could be catching up. Not likely, but it is present. It is a possibility. Thanks, y'all, for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.